Hey guys, welcome back to Davis Drives. We got a Dodge Viper GTS today. This is a 1998 Dodge Viper GTS that I bought from one of my customers in South Carolina. This particular customer we do a ton of business with. If you watch our videos religiously, you just saw his Escalade pop up on there. He gets a new Escalade basically every year, keeps a very nice SUV, keeps a couple play toys. We supply him with a lot of stuff. We do a lot of swapping, and we literally were picking up the Escalade and he said, hey, I haven't drove this Viper in a while. Let's do a deal on that too. So we did. Good history. He said, you know, as always, I've already done the stereo. I've got the receipt. It was right at $5,000 worth of stereo just done. It's got a subwoofer, amp, replacement speakers, replacement radio with Bluetooth because these did not have Bluetooth. And I just sold one of these cars that had super low miles. One thing that doesn't matter, speakers are going to go bad. That car had like 5,000 miles and I turned the radio just slightly up. It sounded like birds flying out of the speakers. It was crazy. So we even ended up replacing the speakers on that. So I'm sure that's what the case was on this one. But it's very rare we get a GTS. Most of them are RT10s. Most of them don't have air conditioning. This is an air conditioned car. Air conditioning works great. Another big expense on these cars are the tires. Within the last year, all the tires were replaced and the serpentine belt was replaced. Lots of the fluids were flushed. We're doing a current oil change, ordered everything straight from Dodge, per the VIN number for the Viper. We use all proper spec filters and fluids straight from the dealer. I checked the date codes on the tire. They're not leftover old tires like from eBay or somewhere. They're date code 22, 23, so they're very fresh. And for those of you that know, tires for this car, about $3,000. So not cheap. And it got an alignment. So we got paperwork on all that. So even on the stereo, we got documents. Car checks out very well. One thing we all know about Vipers, they are a handful. These cars spin out, get crashed. Probably one of the most rowdy supercar / sports cars you can buy because of their lack of traction control. They're a real beast. They're a track car. This car has had one minor accident. Anytime somebody wants to see an auto check, we're happy to show them. I went ahead and printed it off. We always have it on file. Another thing with this car, we do have the clean title. So you'll see everything on it checks good except for minor accident. Shows the ownership history. Also documents the mileage. You know, went up like it was supposed to, 9,000, 14,000, 17,000. It shows in 16, accident reported, slight damage. State agency, so police were called, and then where it was in South Carolina. Anytime you guys want to see this, we'll be happy to send it to you. We're also not bashful about our VIN numbers. There's the VIN number. Feel free to run Carfax, whatever you want to run. We just chose to use AutoCheck because we used Carfax when Carfax first came out, and there was some very big inconsistencies. We weren't happy with it, and my dad was a one of those guys that if he didn't like something, he didn't like it. He gave them lots of chances. And then we switched to AutoCheck, and we've stayed with AutoCheck ever since. So feel free, guys. You can run AutoCheck. You can run Carfax. Don't spend your money on AutoCheck, though. We got it in the file. I do have the title on this car. It's also in the file. I was going to bring it over. No secrets with that either. It's a clear title in our business name. We transferred it. That way, if you buy it and you're in Canada, you're in Mexico, wherever you're at, you can take a clear title, not a reassigned title with somebody else's name just passing through as a dealer, which we can do. That is legal per DMV. We take the extra step, we take the extra time, we spend the extra money to go ahead and retitle the car so that we have a clear title to transfer. The other beauty part of that is if we put it in the car to transport it, or let's say we use the beautiful mail system that's so great these days, that's a joke, and it gets lost, we can get you a duplicate within a few days, and we'll be happy to do that for you. So, and that does happen. FedEx, UPS, USPS, I mean everything but a carrier pigeon we've used, and they all get lost some way, shape, or form. So we're happy to be able to duplicate it very easily. But a great car. We just put a new battery in it, so that's done too. The battery was 5 or 6 years old. It was getting weak. Leather interior, of course, manual transmission. Stereo works really well. AC works good. I drove the car this morning. Embroidered floor mats. Extremely dark tinted windows. Check your state because this car's red. It's write me a ticket red. Matter of fact, we just had some police officers out here. I think AJ caught a video. They wanted their police cars on the Viper and the Lambo Only problem was it was 3 of them, and we didn't have a third car, so we almost had some police cars in on trade, but didn't make the deal. We got to get another supercar in here. V10 under the hood, completely original as far as I could tell. It does have the drilled rotors. Like I said, the brakes were just gone over. The fluids were just serviced. We're changing the oil. You got a couple light scratches in the headlights. Somebody can probably buff this up, but it does have, if the light catches it right, you can see these scratches. That one is a little worse than this one, but it does have a little fault there. Aside from that, really nothing to complain about on this car, other than just notice this, a little bit of vinyl, which I can have my guy touch that up. On the stripes. Under the hood's good. We haven't washed it. We haven't detailed it under there. We will. Car's been down the road 75, 80 miles an hour. No shakes, no problems, no bent wheels, nothing weird. Again, a clean title car, and this car's 65 grand. It's a 98. Everybody always says, where's the price? Where's the information? It's a 1998 GTS Viper. Just tripped 40,000 miles. And it is $65,000. I will tell you, it is the cheapest one currently on eBay. That's not a cobbled up piece of crap or in 5,000 pieces. And I did a quick search on the VIN numbers of a couple of the ones on eBay, and they have had, one of them had 6 accidents. These cars get banged up. They really do. It's not uncommon. So for this one to have a minor accident, it probably spun out and hit something, but who knows? One of the old tires may have blown out. We don't know, but that happens. As a matter of fact, we sold one of these cars with super low miles. I know I've told this story before, but you may not have seen it on here. Told the guy, super low mileage car, it was like 3,000 miles, and it was a 96 maybe. So what is that? 30 years old. And we said, look, the car has date code tires. The car hadn't been touched. The only thing that had been changed was what we did was a battery. And he said, no problem. I said, we'll transport it. He said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'll let you know. He paid us for the car. It was his car, but the description said tires need to be changed. We left them on there because we wanted to date code correct it. We'll do tires at straight cost. We get a good deal on tires because we buy thousands of dollars worth of tires a day. And lo and behold, he showed up, flew in unannounced, said, hey, I'm here to pick my car up. Well, that was no problem. Car was in the showroom. Car was ready to go. He left with it, headed back wherever he was going, somewhere down south, and blew a tire. Blew the whole rear fender off the car. Almost wrecked it. Thank goodness he didn't. Tore up the wheel, tore up the piece beside the door, tore up the tailpipe. It was a side exit exhaust car. Gosh knows how many thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of damage he did. So that is one thing that happens with old tires, guys. You need to have fresh tires, especially on a supercar. Who knows? He might have been doing a burnout. We don't know. Wasn't our fault. We were covered. He was upset. We even helped him get some tires and found him a wheel, just because we felt terrible because he tore up a nice supercar. But you know, that's what happens when you don't pay attention or don't listen. So that could have been what happened with this. It could have blown a tire, you know, messed up the fender, the hood. Who knows? We don't know. We didn't wreck it, but it has a small accident. Other than that, guys, great car. Like I said, cheapest one that's real and available and title's clear that we know of. Also, while we're over here, now we have 3 Reapers available. The yellow Lamborghini is not up for sale yet. We were going to put it on one of the auction sites, but if you do inquire, send us a message. I can't put it on the website because that's part of the auction deal. But if you give me an inquiry, I'll help you out with pricing, details, and the Chevelle. If you didn't catch that one, the SS Chevelle, that is a clone Chevelle, but it is an LS swap. That does it for today, guys. Beautiful GTS Viper. Feel free to check it out. It's going to be in the showroom here. All we got to do is inspection and oil change, and it is ready to go to its new home. Thanks, guys. Ship anywhere, help with anything. Davis Drives on YouTube, Davis Auto Sales.